How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the angry Cowboys fan. And the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver 1A, George Pickens, has his first interview in front of reporters yesterday. Even though I was super happy to see George Pickens back with the team and working with his brothers, there were a few bothersome responses George Pickens had during said interview. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do after that. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to George Pickens as he talks to the media about his contract situation and his decision to participate in mandatory minicamp.
George, what went into the decision to come and show up for mandatory?
Just really the team, when I just think about the team, the run we could have had, certain stuff just being in place and could make something bigger, I kind of think about that and take that into a part of a decision to make.
Was it ever any doubt? I mean, when you signed the franchise tag, was there ever any doubt that you would be here for the minicamp?
No, not really. It's just more of just time. And like I say, if you got guys, rookies coming in, want to learn, and then you got other guys that's not even here yet as well, I want to be here with all the guys.
We haven't talked to you. Can you talk why you signed the tag, why you signed it so early?
Just really because when it was presented, it was kind of early, so I just did the best that they wanted me to do.
Any disappointment about not getting a contract extension right now instead of waiting until next year?
No, not really, because the game going to be the game. You know what I mean? Money is kind of tagged to it. You guys' job, office job, you just kind of want to do your job at the best ability.
Well, Cowboys Nation, I lumped multiple questions in during those clips because George Pickens answers those questions short, sweet, and to the point. But anyhow, I'm kind of glad that George Pickens saw something a little bit bigger than himself when it came to making the decision to come to mandatory minicamp. It was about the team and wanting to be there with his brothers. I don't know about y'all, but if I were the owner/GM, that would impress me and it would show me his willingness to be attributive, the best that he can, to the overall outcome of the team's success. A selfless act from a wide receiver. It's kind of ironic, right? Now let's go ahead and jump into the second clip. In this clip, George Pickens starts diving into territory that makes me question the player-agent relationship. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that so we can come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
George, for those who say that you're here because you don't want to get fined, but then allege that you will plan on holding out, what would you say to them?
I'm here now. Like I say, that's always their opinion. I don't really criticize what they say or what they do. I just feel like that's an opinion that they have, and that's all I can really say.
Would you hold out?
Nah, definitely here now. Like I said, the group of guys that's with the Cowboys kind of prevents you if you know guys. You're going to guys' house, you're talking. Like I talked to Dak, I'm still throwing with Dak. It's definitely going to make you not want to hold out.
Was a hold-in ever in mind as far as, even just holding out from full participation, whether it's for mandatory camp or training camp ahead?
Literally you have to wait. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was just doing everything they were doing to me, so I was just waiting my time to when I can come back. That's the thing. Like when I can come back, whatever my agent tells me, I was just going off what he was saying. So, like I said, me personally, I just been staying connected with the guys, and just still working out.
Well, you know what they say about opinions, right, Cowboys Nation? Anyhow, I love the fact that he was centering himself around his decision to come back with the guys that he's connected to. But what got me questioning the player-agent relationship is when Pickens spoke about when his agent allowed him to come back to the facility. We're going to talk about that a little bit more during the Raw and Uncut portion, so make sure you stick around for that. Now let's go ahead and jump into the third clip so we can come back and unpack this Raw and Uncut.
So
Why?
with training
Yeah,
camp,
No plans for a hold in for training camp?
No, I'm gonna be here. Training camp.
Participate.
Yeah.
Why is it important that you do play this year? For you personally.
I wouldn't say super important for me personally. What's important to me, like, just winning. Like I said from the beginning, I always want to bring a Super Bowl to a group of guys that's never had that feeling. So that's really the most important part to me. Everything else is what they control.
When Jerry told you that they weren't going to negotiate a long-term deal, did you ask him why?
No, like I said, that's really his decision. So if I do ask him why, it's still his decision. So, like, I never asked him why. I don't think it's no point to ask him why because he's going to control it either way.
And was there a thought of coming in for the voluntary stuff from you?
Like I said, my agent. So I was just listening to my agent. So whatever he was saying, go, don't go, that's all I was doing.
Did you ever want to give him pushback and come back sooner than when he wanted you to?
Nah, no pushback at all. Like I say, just more of a genuine thing. Like I said, whatever he's doing, if he told me to come back the first day, I would have, you see what I mean? So whatever people are telling me to do, that's in control. That's what I'm going to try to do to the best of my ability.
Why do you trust him to wait until he says it's time?
Just because he's in control. So, like, he's like your boss. So there's no trust or anything there. He controls what you do. So whether you trust him or not, you know what I mean?
No. See, this is problematic, Cowboys Nation. I wonder how many other players feel this way when it comes to their agent. How many players believe that their agent is their boss and not the other way around. But y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Being keeping it real, they keep it real, that's real.
You see, Cowboys Nation? This is why I question the agent's motives when it comes to the player-agent dynamic. How many players are under the belief that their agent is the boss while the players work for them? How did George Pickens come to this conclusion that his agent, David Mulugheta, is his boss and not the other way around? Who has placed it in his mind that he has to move as his agent moves? I mean, I completely understand a player listening to their agent because the agent has been around and knows the ins and outs when it comes to the contract negotiations. But at the end of the day, it's not David Mulugheta's decision on when George Pickens plays or how much he plays for. This is why I continue to question the agent's relationship to a player. I've gone on record asking the question of when does the wants of the players stop and the desire of the agents begin? How many players have been traded to different teams because their agent talked them into chasing a bigger bag so that the agent could get a bigger cut of said bag? But you know, Cowboys Nation, it's funny to me when fans of the NFL think the owners or the GMs of the teams are these slime balls and only want to get the team-friendly deals while believing that these agents are acting in 100% good faith. As much as an owner or a GM wants to get a deal, you can't tell me for a second that an agent doesn't want to maximize the player's earnings in order to get the agent the maximum of his earnings as well. Some agents taking it to the extreme of advising their clients to hold out and move away from a team that the player planned on playing with for his entire career. You see, Cowboys Nation, these agents are salesmen at the end of the day. It's their job to convince these players that they can get the best deal for them. They can maximize their earnings. How much convincing goes into having these players not have a voice in the situation, though? How many times has an agent told a player, don't worry about the money. That's my job. You just worry about football. I'm going to keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. When George Pickens said that his agent was the boss, it totally put things into perspective for me. It showed me that my concerns are pretty valid. David Mulugheta is not your boss, George Pickens. It's the other way around. Your agent is supposed to move the way you want them to move. If you want to stay with a particular team, you have the ability to tell your agent to do whatever he has to do in order to get the best deal to stay with said team. At the end of the day, it's the client's wants and desires that the agent is supposed to be fighting for. It's not to make the agent the highest earning agent in his field. These contract negotiations results have nothing to do with what an agent wants. It has everything to do with what the client wants. Then I ask myself this question. What has David Mulugheta told George Pickens in order for him to think that David Mulugheta is his boss? What tactics were used to have him thinking this way, Cowboys Nation? The way these agents speaks to these players, it can be viewed as verbal manipulation. Language like, well, this is the only deal that I could get for you makes it feel as if the deal's coming directly from the agent and that the player wouldn't be able to get said deal without that particular agent present. These agents going out of their way to have a personal relationship with their clients, going over to the houses and having dinners with the players' families, acting like they're best friends in order to maximize the trust, hoping that their clients is just going to throw their hands up and tell the agent, yo, you handle the money situation. That's not the way it should go, Cowboys Nation. Each one of these players should have the say in who they sign with and how much they sign for. If a player wants to be the highest paid player in their sport, that should come from the player and not from the agent telling them that they can get more than what they desire. If a player wants to take a team-friendly deal, the agent shouldn't be second-guessing the client and they should respect their wishes. I just don't think it works that way in this particular situation. I just want these players to realize that their agent works for them. The player gets the agent paid and not the other way around. Don't allow these agents to tell them what they can get for the player instead of letting them know that they are there for their wants. They are there for their desires. If you want to be with this particular team, this is what I'm going to do for you. So, to the players of any sport that's represented by an agent, remember, you are the boss in that particular situation. You are the boss of that relationship. You have the ultimate say when it comes to how your career goes. You are responsible in going out on the field or the court or the baseball diamond and putting your body on the line and not your agent. The agent is only there to make sure that you're not getting fleeced in your negotiations. He's not there to manipulate you into thinking that you work for him or that he's the boss. It doesn't work that way. It's not up to the agent to tell a player when to go to work or when to hold out. It's not up to the agent to tell a player to go to another team if the player doesn't want to. It's not up to the agent to continue to press when a player only wants to get a nice deal done. Just take the Brandon Aubrey contract situation, for example. At the end of that negotiation process, Brandon Aubrey had finally said what he wanted to say, and he told Todd France that he just wanted to get the deal done and remain a Dallas Cowboy. I just got this sneaky suspicion that wouldn't fly with David Mulugheta because he would continue to press instead of representing the player's wishes. So I hope that George Pickens and any other player who believes that the agent is the boss just to realize that the player pays the agent. 3% from the player's contract is what goes to the agent. The agent doesn't sign your checks. You help sign the agent's check. The he's the boss mentality should be frowned upon by the players, and the players should take back control of the trajectory of their careers as well as their pay. We got to step away from this plantation mentality of everybody else being the boss when you are the one that brings the money. No players, no agent. If all the players said that they didn't want any agents, guess what? All the agents are unemployed. So, to George Pickens, take back your power, bro. You have all the power and responsibility to be where you want to be, play for who you want to play for, and how much. The agent, his job is just to facilitate a positive negotiation between the player as well as the organization. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, are you picking up what I'm laying down in this particular situation? Do you see what I mean when you take a listen to how George Pickens spoke during this press conference? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get the word out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the word out to Cowboys Nation. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you hope that George Pickens can take control back and just help get a deal done with the Dallas Cowboys, him being the boss of the agent, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop even more content from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. And if you're into Madden 26, College Football 26, or Mortal Kombat talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as the gamer tag in the description. Cowboys Nation, this interview was extremely telling when it comes to the player-agent dynamic. It's time that these players take back control and reestablish the boundaries of the relationship with their agent. As much as they pretend to be your best friend, don't think for a second that these agents don't have their own agenda and that they won't take their pockets into consideration while negotiating your deal. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Let's have a talk with T. Higgins. And I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.